Alright, so today is the evening of day 54 with these two little red-tailed catfish. Growing them up, taking videos every day, kind of monitoring the growth of the catfish. So I thought I was going to get my underwater housing for this camera today, and Amazon said I was going to get it, and then I tracked it through UPS and they said no, it's coming tomorrow. So no underwater video again today. And by the time I get it, these guys are going to be, the last time I measured them, they were about 5 inches, a little over 5. I'm thinking they might be 5.5 by now. Getting really big, super fast. Look at how big they are. Wow. And it seemed like I kind of took the spout from this pond pump. I guess it's like a fountain, and I raised it up above the water. It seems like the water stays a little bit better as far as not foaming so much. If I kind of get that little spout above the water and it kind of churns it up a little bit, it seems like it's better for the catfish pond. Get a little more air in there. And look at how dark that one is. Super dark. When they turn light, like this one right here, you can see the spots on their head, and then when they turn dark, and look, he's already starting to turn light again. And this one is like really super light, just like instantly. It's amazing how they change. It kind of just blows me away. All right, so today I am feeding beef liver, their favorite. Beef liver from Safeway. Safeway in the frozen food section. If you're looking for beef liver for your catfish, it's kind of hidden over by like the frozen vegetables. It's kind of a weird place for it. All right, so these guys should plow this down pretty quick. Yeah, it's so much different without that underwater housing. You can only see them from the top. You really can't see. And now it's like there's a lot of movement in the water that's like distorting the view, which is kind of interesting. Look, he's just like sucking it up, choking it down. I should have spread it out a little bit more. That's kind of crazy. Wow. Yeah, that might be too much all at once for that little guy. The other one seems like he hasn't realized that there was food there yet. Oh, I think he just kind of discovered it. These guys, I've seen where they can grow like an inch a week. I haven't really seen that growth. I've seen an inch every week and a half, something like that. Maybe every 2 weeks. But I think once they get a little bit bigger, they'll start growing a lot faster. Seems like people are saying that they go through a really big growth spurt over the first 12 months, and then it really kind of slows down a bit. And it seems like they were really slow to start because I got them at about 2 inches. And from 2 inches to 5 inches, it seemed like it took forever. I thought they were going to grow faster than that. And I've definitely been feeding them pretty much as they can eat. Their bellies have always been pretty much completely full. Twice a day, which is pretty crazy. Look at that guy. He's like, I can tell he is bloated. It's so much all at once. The other one's still looking around, kind of missing out on it. Yeah, he's like super bloated. So I'm going to give him maybe another minute until I give him a little bit more time until that one comes over and eats a little bit more. Then I'll clean up with my big net, clean up the extra. But here he comes. Their whiskers are really interesting. It's almost like they use them to see, like to look around, to kind of feel. It's almost like they have 6 little whiskers on their face. It's really interesting how they use them to kind of look around the corner. That guy ate so much all at once. I think he's just like so bloated. All right, this guy finally found the big pile of food over here. There he goes. Now he's gonna go over there and digest a bit. This foam is weird. I really haven't had foam on any of my other fish tanks that I can remember, like these guys. I don't know what that foam is from. I guess it's just like catfish foam. Alright, so that is pretty much all I'm going to give him. That guy's still eating a little bit. I don't think he needs to eat anymore. He's had his share. I always want to keep an eye on these guys to not overfeed them. Apparently you can kill them if you overfeed them. But it seems like when I've seen people run into problems, usually what it is with these catfish, I've seen some people where they'll like starve them out and they get really super skinny where their stomach gets pinched in, and then they'll go in and feed them a whole bunch to where they'll overeat and kind of blow up because they haven't eaten in so long and they just get kind of crazed, like food crazed. It seems like that's where they get into trouble. Of course, I say that now, but it's really hard to keep these guys from overeating. And to make sure they get enough too. Seems like if they don't get enough, they kind of get really active and aggressive. And then when they have a full belly, they're really mellow. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the evening of day 54. The last part of this video that I want to record in the morning, I won't have that underwater set up by then. So we'll have to just continue like this to kind of just look at them from above the water. And then in the next video, I should 100% have that underwater housing so we can do a little bit of underwater video. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I will see you in the morning. Alright, so today is the morning of day 55. Can't believe it's been 55 days with these catfish. Boy, time flies when you have a hot tub full of catfish. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Got one sitting up on the filter. Wow. You know, the funny thing is they're growing in girth more than in length. They're getting, wow, there's one on the bottom. Look at how big he is. That is amazing. I can't even believe how big he is. He's just getting really thick bodied, which is pretty wild. So it's not really the length so much as you know, really to accurately monitor the growth. What, you know, ideally what you do is you'd pull them out every day and you'd weigh them because they're really thick and stocky, which is pretty amazing. All right, so I'm gonna clean up the water on the side of the catfish hot tub. Look at how big these guys are getting. Pretty big. All right, so today we're gonna feed some frozen shrimp tails. Hopefully it's not still frozen a little bit. See if I can thaw it out just a little here in the water before it goes down to them. Don't want them to eat frozen food. That would not be good. All right, let's spread it out a little so they're not gorging themselves in one little spot. That's what they did last night. It's like they're sitting right on the pile of food, just stuffing themselves. Need to spread it out a little so they can pace themselves just a little bit. All right, let's see how they like these shrimp tails. Sinks pretty fast compared to the other food. Oh, looks like they're thinking about it. I was trying to tell the difference between the sizes. It looks like they're almost exactly the same size. I really can't tell one from the other. Pretty much. You can tell which one's which just by their behavior, though. So you got that one that always goes over to the corner over there. He's kind of the submissive one. And then you have the dominant one. You really can't tell from the colors. Can't tell from the size. It's just mainly by the behavior. Which is pretty interesting. I thought maybe the more dominant one would get bigger. I've seen people keep 2 red-tailed catfish. And every single time I've seen them, I don't know if they were from the same... I assume these are like brothers and sisters, like from the same spawn, I guess you would say. From the same clutch, from the same parent. So they actually started out exactly the same. But I've seen some people with... Every time I see 2 red-tailed catfish, they're always significantly different in size. I'm thinking maybe they came from different parents. They were born at different times. But look at that. He's already... he's spinning up. He's like, I don't really like shrimp. Either that or he's just so stuffed from last night. It's funny. They really... It seems like he doesn't really like it. Huh. That's really interesting. Eating it and spitting it out. He's like, where's my beef liver? He's still pretty fat, though. That's interesting. I've never seen him spit out chopped up shrimp multiple times. All right, so there you have it. That is the morning of day 55. And I should have my underwater housing here pretty soon. Hopefully in the next video, we can do some underwater video. All right, so that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.